What is building quality for Agile and DevOps? Would you like to more about the Agile and DevOps concept? Please stay tuned until end of this video. Please remember to subscribe my channel, hit notification bell, and give me likes if you like this content. Please also put in the comments Agile if you were working in Agile methodology, and DevOps if you have been working in DevOps methodology. Enjoy! Test Automation Expert channel. LearnTestCode.com. Built-in quality in Agile. By now, you have most probably know about the term Scrum. It is popular Agile project management methodology which focus on defining key features and its objective in the beginning of each sprint. Simply put, Scrum was introduced to reduce the overall risk in software project, while also providing the value faster. If we have a look on this picture, we have some roles. We have product owner role, who is responsible for product backlog. Usually this is the person from a business who are defining what we're supposed to be working, and we call it product backlog. Each backlog has items, and the product backlog can be quite huge at the beginning, so we cannot deliver everything. Then we need to split this product backlog for the sprint. Sprint usually have 2 or 4 weeks, and during the sprint planning meeting we defining what we will be working during the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we call it during the sprint. The team has access to the sprint backlog, which was outcome after a sprint planning meeting. And like I mentioned, during the sprint week, which usually have 2 or 4 weeks, there are also the Scrum Master, who is more like project manager in Agile methodology. Scrum Master is responsible to organize all meetings, all ceremonies during the sprint, and the Scrum team is responsible to deliver value. In the Scrum team we may have developers, we may have also test automation engineers, and we can have as well testers. During the sprint we have also daily scrums. Each day you have stand-ups where we are updating what we will be working today, what we done yesterday, and what are dependencies, what's blocking us. After the sprint, usually we have sprint review. This is the meeting during which we reviewing what we have managed to deliver during the last sprint. We have sprint retrospective when we think what went well, what went wrong, what we can improve in the future. And we have also we can have also demo after the sprint, where we just presenting and celebrating the deliveries which we managed to did during the process of the sprint. And this whole Agile built-in quality means that inside the process of software development's quality is embedded. In Agile we are saying that everybody are responsible for quality. For instance, product owner is responsible for quality of backlog items, of requirements. Team is responsible for quality of delivery. So if we're talking about, for instance, developers are usually responsible for unit testing. So there is popular concept which we call test-driven development. So we are starting from developers are starting from writing tests first and then moving to the development. There's also BDD concept, which means that product owner is defining on very edge of software development and sprint acceptance criteria, which is input to the developers how to write unit test. And test automation engineers, they are usually responsible for end-to-end test, but also for integration test. Let's talk about built-in quality in DevOps. So DevOps is a set of practices that combine software development, which we call dev, and operation, which contain IT. It aims to shorten the system development lifecycle and provide continuous delivery with high software quality. If we have a look on built-in quality process in DevOps and Agile environment, we can see that at the beginning, developers are practicing test-driven development in the loop. So quality is embedded into the definition of acceptance criteria, definition of the test on very early stage of software development. And also in behavior-driven development, apart from developers, we have involved mostly the product owner and testers. So in behavior-driven developments, the acceptance criteria written in given when then format, which we call Gherkin format, are defined by product owner, but also with cooperation of developers and tester. So acceptance criteria, which we can call test scenario, are written in plain English, so all parties understand what is expected, what we're supposed to deliver it. And at the end, the product is deployed to the production, and customer can give some user experience feedback. To better understand built-in quality in a DevOps process, let's have a look on this diagram. On this diagram, we can see we have different phases of DevOps, and we have different tools which supports those phases. So at the beginning, we start from a planning, and we are moving to the coding. Code usually can be stored in some repo. The most popular is GitHub. And when the code is put to build server, which can be, for instance, GitLab, during building process with tools like Grait or Maven, we are running and building our code. Next, after building, the unit test should be triggered, and automatically we should pass all unit tests. Those unit tests can be based in Azure DevOps. And later on, we are moving to the release statement with build server, like it might be Jenkins, it might be a different build server, it might be TeamCity, it might be GitLab. And after releasing, we are doing deployment of artifacts with usually with some orchestrator. We just create Docker images. We can run those Docker images via Docker Swarm or via Kubernetes. Kubernetes is one of the most popular orchestrator for orchestrating Dockerized images. And later on, we are moving to the operation phase. So we continuously trying to operate and monitor our software.
Please visit my website learntestcode.com. Please remember to subscribe my channel, hit notification bell and give me likes. I'm Test Automation Expert.